and welcome into Getting Help from Uncle Sam. The primaries, May 24th, it's just right around the corner. We have with us Lindy Blanchard, a candidate for the governor of the state of Alabama. Yes. And Lindy, interesting question, but we always talk about the first 90 days when a person's in there and saying, here's what I want to get accomplished. It's got to be for the positive. We saw where Joe Biden went in there and everything was the negative. First day, he turns off the gas.
He did.
We sit here today, in my lifetime, and I'm a lot older than you, I've not seen the price of gas where it's at, or I've not seen many things the way they are. So in a Blanchard campaign, after 90 days, what would we look and say, look what that young lady did?
Okay, first of all, I would rip the rug out from Common Core. That would be an executive order because I'm such a believer in that. But also, we have an economy in this state where hardworking people in this state can't go to the grocery store and buy what they normally bought for the same amount of money, can't fill up their cars, and are having to decide, okay, do I buy 3 meats this week or do I fill up my gas tank? So as governor, I'll focus on how we can put money back in the pockets of our citizens in this state, like grocery tax, eliminate grocery tax. The gas tax, we saw how that was done. It was done in a very underhanded, shady way. So I certainly wouldn't do business deals or anything for this state in that way, but I'll roll back the gas tax. We need to be able to afford gas for our cars and groceries for our families. So those two things are very critical. Business privilege tax. Yes. We are post-COVID. We are post a time where businesses were lost. And to have to pay a business privilege tax is unbelievable. We need to make it easier for businesses to start up or restart. And then there's also taxes like occupational licensing. There's all different taxes that we can look at, roll up our sleeves, see how we can do better for the citizens of this state, how we can help the citizens first off.
Yeah, if you look at the state of Alabama, you do a pie graph. They talk about the different sources of taxes. One of the biggest pieces of that pie is a thing called other.
Yes.
Other. I mean, I've never written a note to other, or I've never given anything to other, but
Me either.
but a lot of other is coming along the way.
There's a whole section of others, and how is that section spent?
Yes.
That we don't know where that money goes.
And who created that other?
Who created the other, and so as your governor, I will focus on certainly rolling up my sleeves, looking at the budget, because I'm a mathematician, and seeing where other things are going.
Yes.
And like the gas tax, I've even reached out to say, how much money has come in? Where has it been spent?
Yes.
And what's the plan for the future? I can't get those answers, and that's what a business person does. You look at the state like a business. We want to be a for-profit business. We don't want to be a failing business. And I would look at everything with a business eye.
Yeah, and ultimately the people have to win. It's got to be a win-win for the people along the way. Recently, we've obviously, with the advent of immigrants coming into the state, into this country, and then just kind of magically they appear all over the place.
They appear.
And are there some that are appearing in Alabama right now? And in one of your commercials, you mentioned the fact that it's costing us money. Automatically, when they get here, who automatically starts giving them stuff? I mean,
So there are federal government laws in that area, but if you reduce the amount of immigrants that stay, so we can have all these immigrants coming in, but a proactive governor, like we saw DeSantis, putting them on a bus. My commercial, does a play off that and putting them on an airplane. And I'm serious. Once they arrive in Alabama, it's my job to protect the Alabama citizens against paying
everything. Yes.
Paying for their housing, paying for their food, paying for their health care. So if you can reduce the amount of immigrants that stay in this state, then you win all around. And I'll focus on that. I've been told that we have an area in North Alabama that is a hub of drug cartels that arrive straight from Mexico. I'm going to focus on that. Partner with ICE and our law enforcement. We have cities that have left-leaning mayors that are not supporting getting rid of these people in those cities. We do not want to become a hub for immigrants and a safe place for immigrants in any of our cities or any of our area in this state. So I'll focus with those partnerships of ICE, and if I have to bring in the covert operations to get them out, I worked covertly as ambassador, and I'll certainly do it as governor.
You got it all in. Before you leave, if people want to know a little bit more about you, talk about the campaign.
Look me up, please, at blanchardforgovernor.com, and I look forward to reaching out to this state. This past Saturday, I started in Fort Payne, Alabama, and ended up in Grand Bay, and I love the trails because I love Alabama and Alabamians. It's been fun.
And she paid $5 a gallon for gas.
I did. I did.
And we'll be right back right after this.